at all.
Just look interested for a while. The runs are coming now to South Africa. Chances come flowers. Man, that's a big side of the fence. Pretty much in the middle. There it goes. Oh, stunning.
Jimmy Nation, what's his plan to try and get out of there, hitting a similar field with those three fielders square and one at cover, long off, so all looks so straight. Bit of length, isn't it? This one's really seen up in the block hole.
You saw that from Henry as well, where he tried to bowl it into the pitch, went to sit. So maybe going fuller is the way to go. The man is thrown in the air. But on the field, on the ground, New Zealand have been all right. One more runs. This is not what New Zealand want to see. They're really 6 feet up the over with the ball left. Can South Africa dream beyond 170? Yeah, just a little bit off, and that's all it takes. But, 17 off his first over. Now he's gone for 16. And there's still a delivery to go here. Jimmy.
It seems to be a problem over for New Zealand with their bowlers throughout the tournament. Glenn Phillips against England. This time, setting situation. Plenty of conversation between Mitch Statner and Jimmy Neesham here at the moment, saying how do they get out of this over? Same field, we hit the Yorker again.
As full as possible, I think. As full as possible. No. Oh, he's outside. He's outside. That'll be 6-2. 22 of the Neesham over. South Africa smiling at 155 with 2 left. Yeah, great striking.
You can trade from your heart. Steve Beers with direct chance. Investments in securities markets are subject to markets. Need all news, nothing is kept legal for investing.
Yes, it's electric.
Hyundai Creta Electric. Undisputed, ultimate, now electric.
37 of
Can
the
you
last
buy
2
one
overs.
like Creta Electric EV for Mama?
20 internationals for
Will
South
you-
Africa. Just tells you why you need that depth. You need that in 7 and 8. Jansen is 40 of 24. Ferguson needs a wicket there. Needs a wicket here for New Zealand. Said 170, they could go beyond South Africa.
Deep point and deep third out. The option of bowling wider if he wants.
Gets the wicket. Ferguson it is. The pick of the bowlers today. Yeah, amazing in terms of thinking about your strategy and coming round. Right round or right-hander. Closing and shutting down angles and pace. Where he changes it up, where he bowls Yorkers, knuckle balls, it's the lovely leg cutter, it's slower, the section for all to see. And it's so often in T20 this guy. Not he's happy. End of Stubbs for 29 in South Africa. They lose their 6th at 150. Giving back Colton Bosch. He's got 11 goals to make an impact. Or maybe just stand with the non-strikers then and watch Marco Young. He was looking in very good league. 40 of 24.
Important to out the bowl, Ferguson. Because of that wicket, you bring a new batter on strike. Can you sneak a couple
What
dots
kind of
through to
shovel
just
was
like-
that?
Just touched on this. I think it gives him multiple options. He's got the one where he can bowl a bit wider of the stumps and try and get hit just like that. It gives him the margin of error for that leg cutter. And also those three on the leg side gives him the ability to bowl straight like that as well. As a batter, you're not sure. Is he going to go straight? Is he
That
going to go a
was
little bit
too
wider?
much classic.
Wicket. Problem at this point in time.
The other thing that New Zealand have done very well is very disciplined with their time. The 6 minutes ahead of time, they have all 5 outside the circle. You've seen it so often in this tournament. The team's going to the last over and they've got one pure fielder outside. Yeah, do all those fundamentals so well. Keep on top of things. Semi-final, tension on. What's Ferguson got here now? When he gets hold of it, you really don't want to see where it's ending up. It's inevitably deep into the stadium. Ah, tremendous. What entertainment here. In terms of semi-finals, the partnership, the half-century one, and now Jansen says, well, I'm going to do it myself. Just wonderful Ferguson going away from the Yorker. Tall man, get it out of his toes. He went through in the previous one. What's he got now again? One more.
Bombardiro crocodilo.
Not big enough anyway. Not for Marco Jansen. What an innings. Take it down, sir. That is simply sensational here. A crucial cricket situation. He's striking at almost 200 plus.
Redemption innings for Marco Jansen. Not happy hunting ground in Kolkata with the balls. Great with the bat.
Excellent ball. It also means squashes and straight. At the start of the next over, 163 for
Was to learn of Louisiana, China.
Celebrating Pratyush Kumar, co-founder Sarvam AI, building India of AI for the long game. Razor Tip, backing
Bombardiro
India's startup
crocodilo.
New Zealand can't afford to think, we might have had them 140, we might have had them 150, you can't think like that. Henry, into the pitch is not working. New Zealand and which set would take them. Given that it's a slick outfield, the pace is still on, you're going to chase.
Yeah.
June, you take it 175, 180 at the top. So well, that's what you're going to chase. Mitchell, Santner, and Crew, I think they'll take it. Tricky wonder. If you think like that, it's wonderful. But when you've got the opposition 77 for 5, you always think, right, can he keep it down to 1? He can. Oh, just on it too. A lot of these players play in the leagues around the globe. They know the situation and they've seen it so often that you're quite right. Don't get ahead of yourself. You don't get down on yourself because it's a team or a couple of guys have put together. It's 70-odd partnership. Whilst fabulous, man, what could have become with the top four? And suddenly you're looking down the barrel at 220 and thinking, well, yeah, that's what can happen at this round. They're going to suck the slip out there and not the biggest boundary struck. Yeah, testing that. And no gosh. Why?
Waka waka. Lol.
In any form of the game, let alone a semi-final in a men's T20 World Cup. Oh, spot on. Subtle change in pace, right on the button. Henry. Bosch in and out. 166 for 7.
Just a wicket, but most importantly, another dot ball as well. The last over. Look at the momentum shift so many. Nansen is stuck at the other end at the moment. It's a half-hearted chip all the way through. Ignition on the boundary road. Welcome back. Matt Henry. 166 for 8. The hardest one for them.
Found their spot.
It's his first ball in the tournament. On a hat-trick. And the answer crops across the only niche 5 or 6 players anyway. Just shows you. The biggest boundary in that area, straight down the ground at the pavilion. Zulfar is always not just been called, it's happening. Brilliant.
Bombardiro crocodilo.
Really run hard for the second. The 12 of the striker there. He's all right. About going to that end, but it's only 2, and it's a fantastic last goal with only 6 off. Absolutely superb from Matt Henry. Given how much travelling he's just done, 2 for 34, well done, sir. Great stuff from Matt Henry. What's its name, Greg?
Someone add in your sensory goes into the teeth and thumbs the nose.
What's behind our name? We're an integrated energy and chemicals company that's helping to power economies and positively impact people's lives. Aramco, powered by HAP.
Have gotten ready for its finals. The fifth edition of the T20 World Cup, those intentions shown very clearly by New Zealand. With South Africa into bat, this batting lineup has been imperious, but it didn't have too many answers against the game plan that New Zealand bowlers possessed against them. That's a flash to the game from Arthur Johnson, who certainly can show a great look about the overall, especially coming away with 3 central wickets from various times. 170 is what we see at the team. But two nations chasing a ultimate glory that they haven't seen before in the T20 World Cup. You know, the crossover from India to Sri Lanka and how that center alive. You really think New Zealand with their bowling plans, executing them to perfection, bringing in bowlers at the right time, with Spain backing round with South Africa that said, keep down a visual show with the 72 runs down there for the He's tremendous in Indian conditions. Is it enough to now push 170?
Look, I think it's not enough. New Zealand batting team number 9, but it's South African side. They have a really good bowling lineup. If they can hit the length, which is slightly away from the stance, they can still be in the game. Even let me just go against the side. Yes, everyone will back New Zealand. I'll back South Africa to win it.
Well, do you believe that at least positivity and momentum is what South Africa will carry? Because their team batting line, especially their top order, many orders where they know to be very, very strong. Their economy around it is just on foot. What has to do with something in the bowling team?
Absolutely, he's been outstanding. There's no doubt about it as well. Nobody only bowled one ball. This is what the important here, bowling in the power play, the second over as well. At the same time, really huge respect for Matt Harvey. Whether he came after the non-flight going and coming back, he bowled overs, took and over sadness. Whether he was actually playing the cat and mouse game with the line and learned the
Bombardiro crocodilo.
It's T20 World Cup 2026. It's knockout cricket. South Africa and New Zealand had support here at this ground, but it's New Zealand New Zealand won the toss and said they were happy to bowl first, which wasn't surprising, and they made an impact straight away. That first 6 overs belonged to New Zealand. They picked up 2 wickets out of Quinton de Kock and also Ryan Rickleton within that first 6 overs. And then they continued to pick up wickets and not allowed too many partnerships to form. South Africa hit back a little bit in the acceleration phase, but the finish may not be quite as South Africa wanted, having lost those 3 wickets.
Oh no.
The ones who will are the ones who reimagine the game. Keep you smartwatches, smart moments.
Final year student of LPU got 2.5 crore package, 2,000 placements from 10 lakhs to 2.5 crore. Earn your fee back before completing your degree. LPU. Apply now. Dreaming big. Dreaming space. Dreaming new. Majesty.
No, just
Michael Hansen was a man who stood up. Very efficient. You just look at how he played some of his shots that he stood up.
He's got such long levers. He's got so much power. He knows how to get his head down right through the ball there. He's going to overhit it. The boundaries the size that they are at Eden Garden. And he's 60 odd metres all the way around. To find it near the middle of the bat, and that was a special knock, like Polly said. His ability under pressure to walk to the crease at 77 for 5 and have a big impact to get them to a total they can defend is great effort.
Obviously, spending some time with Gilbert Brevis as well. The no-look shot. Gilbert Brevis has brought out in this tournament a few times. New Zealand need to go 8.5 to the over to book a place in the final in Ahmedabad, where they'll await their opponents. But can South Africa's squad do something special together? You know, yes, that had runs on the board. Yes, it is knockout cricket. Bring all of that into it. Those mind games. The moment New Zealand has to feel comfortable with this chase at this ground.
It all comes down to the power play. The first 6 overs.
no, it is actually empty.
The depth in the South African bowling attack. The different angles, the different skill sets that all the fast bowlers bring. Combined with
Bloody
Maharaj, they can get into this New Zealand middle order early. It's never easy chasing a total, particularly in a knockout, particularly in a World Cup semi-final. One of those South African players have been there before. They know what it takes to win the semi-final. It's 170 they have to chase. All they can make is 180. Africa, according to plan, takes brilliant touch. All of a sudden, have a massive impact. Because you've got it, if you've got the runs on the board, New Zealand, will be very happy facing this. But I probably also look back and think, wow, we could have had a lot less. 7-7 for 5, we gave 2 catches that we dropped South Africa. Could have maybe been chasing 140. Those are the first 6 overs. And you pick up and you stop the scoring rate, it will be pressure.
Brilliant from New Zealand at the beginning of the tournament, particularly in India, with really enjoying conditions. It's changed a little bit in Sri Lanka, but expect them to come up firing. Interesting for South Africa here, Sean. They're going to toss the ball to Kuyatsa. The first time in the tournament he's taking the first over.
I think after I watched what happened with New Zealand versus Sri Lanka, it was, when the time I got it to shake nicely. I think the plan now is to welcome on target those stumps and shape the ball back into them. He was most effective against him. He got that start and then I think the third or fourth over. And he was the one who got the breakthrough, so it was the extra bounce. But just to see what length he tries to hit, and he looks to shape it.
Well, he's starting off with long on in place, so that tells me straight away he's got one thing on his mind: pitch the ball up, try and swing it back in towards middle and off stump, particularly the side. You know, like somebody who loves the left arm angle coming back into him, he targets that mid-wicket area. So I think you can expose him if you get that ball to swing late.
नमस्कार जी, मेरा नाम यादविंदर सिंह है और ये भाई साहब मेरे साथ जो है इनका नाम है प्रभजोत सिंह। मणिपुर में देखो जो पहली तुलसी की यात्रा पे है और गुरु नानक देव जी ने सबसे जो विचार किया किसी को तकरार नहीं किया, लेकिन जो एक इरफान का विवाद हमसे जुड़ गया है ब्रेकिंग न्यूज करके, उसमें ऐसा नहीं है मैनेजर हमारे हैं जो हमारे भाई की तरह, हमें बड़ा अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था हमारा और भी कई जगह पे गए, लेकिन जब जैसे ही वो एक शोरूम में कपड़े लेने के लिए जाते हैं सबसे पहले हमें अंदर आने दिया जाता है। अंदर आने के बाद हम जब कलेक्शन करके बिलिंग काउंटर की तरफ जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे हमारे पे क्वेश्चन होता है कि जो आप ये कृपान साथ में लेके नहीं जा सकते, गार्ड आते हैं, तब उनको रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि किस तरीके से हम संविधान जो 25 इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो एक सिंबल एज अ लीगल सिंबल हमें कृपान जो है कैरी करने का अधिकार देता है। तो उनको ये चीज़ समझाने के लिए
Not shaking, feeling like you're going to swing. Not really exactly. So, okay, not maybe swinging as much as I want to be protection also.
ये हमारे स्टोर की ऐसा पॉलिसी है कि वहाँ पे और दूसरी बात जो और आनी चाहिए अगर वो हमें भी स्टोर में नहीं जाते, उस स्टोर के बाद हम दूसरे स्टोर में जाते हैं।
Useless person. Not. The time was him. About.
I agree with you there, Paul. Giddy's the one guy that can move the ball both ways. Predominantly tries to angle the ball back into the right handle. I think the ability to hit the seam and hold its line. What that does for a right-hander, particularly someone like Cypher who wants to stand left side of the ball, works for the ball fraction more.
They have catches in place, so it goes in between the two. All on the squeeze.
What we're chatting about is the balance of the angle being across the right foot every once in a while. It doesn't swing as much as you expect. It was tempted to shape in, just straight to the pitcher's side there. Another man was found to
Oh my god, it does. Into so no, I don't Tamam.
About where South Africa go from here. They started Janssen for the first time in the tournament was the first over. And now Kagiso Rabada is throwing the ball. Of course, interested to see where they go from at the other end too. Keshav Maharaj himself has only got one over in the power play in the tournament. Doesn't ever bowl in the power play. Saw the spin do well for New Zealand.
Dangerous to these two batters. They love to play the full shot and whack the ball over the inner ring. But he was full of confidence in his last game, Kenji, so I feel a little bit better about his performance and did get the odd one just to nip away from the right-hander.
Up it goes. Fielders look at each other. Quincy de Kock calls for it. He has to make a long way. Can't quite get there. There was conversation with the two fielders at Brevis and de Kock as to whose catch it was. Brevis had a much shorter distance to cover.
That's the length I was talking about. That's the shot I was anticipating. Up in the air. Quincy de Kock was the one who said no. Initially he was looking down to find leg. And then he decided, no, that's mine. That was when he said, no, leave it to me. He just kept going away from him. In the end, didn't even get close to it. South Africa will not believe in their luck. There's been a couple of edges that have fallen short. This one ends up in no man's land.
Tapi cantante. Tu vai cantando, tu fiz pausa. Quando te for para Chico. Sabe disso?
Push through it again.
Fairly enough place for that ball to get down there.
Cantamos.
It looks like it's in some control, but it's still flying off the outside edge from Finn Allen. He's facing his first ball. He was tentative. Didn't want to commit either forward or back to Rabada, but he gets forward. He's away.
That's just.
Four opportunities, basically. This was the one that probably had the best chance he can take.
Went so high, hung in the air forever. Because he only had a couple of yards to run in. They always say, the wicketkeeper thinks he can get there. He's the one with the gloves on. He called early. After an initial look, he called early and went for it. And gets nowhere near it. That's a big miss.
Another one.
Looks tall players, yeah.
You're someone who believes in luck at the moment. You feel that is not New Zealand.
Last two deliveries of the sometimes as a captain to save your troops is be on the edge of the ring, and because it's these kind of players and stuff like that, they do like to go back. Keshav Maharaj was right on the edge. And also, it felt like it was in the air for eternity on the inner ring. Another one that doesn't go to hand.
Still coming for New Zealand's first chances that they created South Africa's 19 without loss.
हर सपना एक सफर है, हर सफर में दम है।
Around India. More of them than most, that's for sure. Another over 4 making What a lovely stroke that is. Full of confidence. Straight down the ground.
Well, he was tentative in the first couple of balls that he faced, Finn Allen. This is a wonderful strike. Have a look at his balance here. He's not a big mover of his feet. That's where he wants it. His last freeing his arms. As soon as that goes outside his eyeball, he knows he can get a free swing of the bat through the ball there. Wonderful strike.
Picks up a few more than 2 tonight. And Margaret is one they've used in the power play for him. South Africa confident that there was something on it. Quinton de Kock throwing the ball in the air usually is an indication there was something on it, but right now they're taking a long time to decide, and eventually Markham says, yep, let's have a look.
We have a player review for caught behind, original district not out. I checked the feet, it's a fair injury, looking at the script now. Keep it going, please. Looking at this. The ball is close to the bat. Give me a drive, please. Keep going. Pads line. Keep it going. Let me see if it is touching the pads. Off the back leg. I don't need ball tracking, it is way too high. I'll go back to Alex on field. Alex, you can stay with the decision. You're on field now, you can signal.
Decision on field by Alex Wolf.
I must get the feeling with all the balls dropping in the wrong areas and not able to get that breakthrough. South Africa were almost desperate for it to be the case. They were willing it to be an inside edge rather than anything else. And third point of view.
This will give New Zealand so much confidence in this chase. They want to own this power play.
Bombardiro crocodile.
This one's just as good in the execution. Into position early, changes the grip, gets into a strong position, just waits for it. It's very difficult for Marco Jansen with his hard to target the stumps. But it seems like quite a safe shot to play against him. Executed perfectly.
It's so short behind the wicket, anything on it, and that just flies away. Good running from Tim Sullivan for a couple of reasons. One, he summed up that the ball is not swinging anymore. So that angle going across the right-hander. When he gets down in that position to play the scoop, he's actually providing a full face of the bat to the ball. So it's a relatively low-risk shot for a player like Seifert. As we see now, a change of angle from Marco Jansen. Now the wicket trying to shut down the angle. Will he go really full, try and target the stump?
Straight down the ground. He seems to have a real handle and pace on the wicket.
Seems the wicket's getting taken. Have a look at this shot. That is not a hard volley by any stretch. That is a beautiful cricket shot. He holds the pose.
Hey.
The ability to hit that through the line on the up with the angle of Marco Jansen, the extra bounce that he gets from around the wicket, that's extraordinary. That is batting perfection. And has forced another change. Long on goes back. Feels as though South Africa are following the ball at the moment.
Yet to lose a wicket, New Zealand. Center stage, South Africa.
Don't let your home drown their spark.
been saying about these snowballs. How early does he go to it? Nacho Rabada gets down but doesn't stop it clean. Gets on the pace of it. And victory. Because of Janat.
He's almost set the innings up and breaking back to the chase.
Hey.
The performances of the most wickets in the tournament.
Thanks, Kaka Box.
Don't make it top. Rabani and Lungi Giri. Superb both the front of the power play and the return balls at the back end.
Yeah.
Particularly how they sit in
Ooh.
out, so that the answer goes into the offside. Strong offside field.
All items are this. Is that all the full item setting?
The strike over easily now, as well as boundaries coming.
Even that one.
Have to have a bit of a stagger too. You have to have someone close enough in there to try and execute
No,
a run
no,
out or something.
no.
You need a breakthrough, so you can't stand back and wait for it. There's his tournament so far. Two games, I think.
Get out!
So what can South Africa really change the momentum of the game? Tactically, be very good.
Stop.
Keshav Maharaj is a reluctant power play bowler, I would say. Just the one over this tournament. Yes, there's been some really good batting surfaces in Ahmedabad and Delhi. But I feel he's the type of bowler, because he's so cagey, he's got so many different options. He can be a real attacking option against Saifat Allen.
Why? What is
Can't afford to wait too often. You have to extend follow first.
Hey.
Because people analyze and watch footage and know that it's coming, but still there's still a chance. So I feel no one say the things between every fielder.
Look at this. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's a mistake. That was a mistake.